I'd always visualized a place where I could both live and work. And, that was somewhere in a more remote setting, closer to nature and the landscape I'd grown up in. So in 2016, I was driving through Columbia County one day and stumbled upon this old general store. It'd been abandoned for about 30 years. And it turned out to be the perfect structure in which to realize my vision. For the greater part of the pandemic, I have been working on my forthcoming solo show, which opens at the Dolby Chadwick Gallery in San Francisco on February 6th. The theme, or the subsequent title, is Isolated Incidents. I suppose the best way to describe my paintings would be spaces for your mind and your eye. And they're pretty much created in a stream of consciousness. And up until recently, they had a tendency to focus more on connectivity and the structure of things. And they would lead me into complex compositions that begged resolution. But that journey very much steers the way I use media and paint. The works are never intentionally three-dimensional, but accidentally. They often suggest that. That could have something to do with the way in which I build the compositions. I play with dilution intensity a lot. I use layering a lot. Hundreds of washes, hundreds of lines. Isolated Incidents is a progression on another body of work that I created last year called Notations. It very much veers away from the connections and the substructures in earlier works and focuses on isolated shapes and their choreography. It's been a frequent observation by collectors of the work that in observing it, you could take any particular part of the canvas and somehow it becomes in and of itself a separate composition. So in Isolated Incidents, I suppose I just went with that notion and hope that in some way I've succeeded in highlighting those gestures and augmenting their presence. I have to confess that in the era of COVID, daily discipline and studio practice have been challenging at times, but now that the work is done, I feel blessed that I can open the door, walk outside and explore spaces of a different kind.